Phil, you watched Anemone. I didn't even know what this movie was. You put it on like our sheet, our set list, and I was like, I don't know what that means, but
Yeah,
I
it's all
can't wait
good.
to hear about it. Phil, sell me on this movie.
All right. This movie was very, very interesting. Like I'd say I was finding this a little bit more interesting than the Smashing Machine. I'm still gonna go with the Smashing Machine over it only because I was a little bit more entertained with it. But this one was it did something pretty creative that I thought was pretty risky, but still very interesting. So the main point of this movie is it's about these two brothers who one already had a life with this woman, like was married and stuff, and eventually his brother is now the husband of this woman and is the father of his child. But the older brother, the one who leaves, he or the one who isn't with the woman anymore goes off and is living in isolation. And you're thinking it's because of what his brother did now, like he's with his ex-wife, but no, it's because of something else. And this movie is showing you, or you're going through this movie and wondering what the heck that is. The reason why I found this movie interesting though is because the way they showcase guilt through all these different characters, like obviously, little brother takes his older brother's wife. Then you have
Let's
the
go, Little Brothers, represent.
no, don't do that. But then you have the older brother going through something, which I'm gonna spoil later about. But then you also have the son and the wife who's going through something as well, and it's all because they're all going through guilt in their own different ways. But I like how it showed that and how the director was trying to convey that to us. But I think the thing that kind of ruined it for us, or for me, is how it drowns you out very easily in this movie.
Like it's boring.
And it's not. I don't want to say the word boring. I want to say that there are moments in it where obviously it gets slow, like very slow, and there are moments where the director wants you to get drawn out. Like the director wants you to feel how these other characters are feeling. And I thought that was kind of weird. Like I'm going through the movie and I'm like, why does it want you to do that? But I think that, like, I'm wondering that. And I think that is the point of the movie. It wants you to feel exactly how these characters are feeling. And it also wants you to, I want to say, feel that drowsiness, but also that guilt, I guess.
But do you think they do that in a way they didn't do it well enough where it felt compelling? It just kind of felt like, all right, like I'm not really like fully in on this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It feels like you're in and you're out.
Okay. Yeah.
1000%. But the shots in this movie obviously were very good. But Daniel Day-Lewis was really good in this role too. He was very good. And I believe this is his return to acting. So, but also it's his son's movie, so
Would you say
but
a well deserved comeback for this movie? Like, hey, good job. This is the right movie to choose for your comeback, or
for him personally, I'll say yeah, because I feel like he really liked this role and I feel like he really dove into it.
but for you, would you say yes?
I don't know because I actually haven't seen a lot of Daniel Day-Lewis's movies. So I can't really say for sure, but I was impressed with his performance. Like that was one of the things that was keeping me drawn in, but I was really liking the reveal of like what he truly was like feeling guilt for. Apparently, because they're war veterans, or at least the older brother is. I don't know if the younger brother was, but he's a war veteran. He used to be a soldier, and apparently he killed one of his comrades in battle. What he was talking about in one of the dialogues, because this was when he finally admitted, and this is when he finally was emotionally available to his younger brother. Because the whole time he's wondering, like his younger brother's trying to get him to come back home because his son did something like bad, and his son's feeling guilt over it. He beat the heck out of somebody or something and almost killed him, and he's trying to get him back because the son only wants to talk to like the older brother, his original dad, and so you're thinking it's contempt like that he has because he's like, you stole my wife, you stole my life, you stole my son. Like, I'm never coming back. I'm going to live in isolation away from all of you. I don't need none of you. But really, it's not that. He's just been feeling guilt because he killed one of his comrades. And it was like his comrade, I believe his arms got blown off. And he was just in such a bad state where it was like, he felt like he just really just needed to kill this guy, just let him rest. But I guess there was something that they could have done to save him. And I think that soldier wanted to be saved instead of being shot. And that's the thing he was dealing with through it. He was like, I killed a man. And I thought that I was like trying to do something to help him. But did it really help him? I think I just ruined his life. But then obviously there's some people who are going to be like, well, I mean, he was kind of like already, like, how can he live like with these impairments? And you kind of was doing him a favor. But in his head, he's like, no, like, still could have lived life. And I like that reveal because it was like, whoa, the whole time he's like this hard dude who's like not going to be emotional. Like he's just like, whenever there's a moment where it's like he can open up to his younger brother, he's like, nah, man, I'd rather just run. Nah, man, I'd rather just drink. Nah, man, I'd rather just hunt. But that one moment is like, wow. Like, it's not just that you're finally like talking to your younger brother. You're telling him why you're feeling this way.
How were the performances in the movie?
Really good.
Really good?
Really good. I liked it.
Like, do you think if anyone were to go watch this movie, you'd go watch it for the performances? Because it sounds like the writing isn't the best, but it's like fine.
It's fine.
Would you say the performances do a good job of at least like serving you a good, like, because you know sometimes you watch a movie and you're like, oh well, like the movie wasn't the best, but like, dude, everyone killed it in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that.
What would you give it out of 10? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you if you said it.
I was between a 6 or a 7, but I think I'm gonna go with, because it kept on drowning me out a lot. I want to give it a 6 because, like I said, I did have a more entertaining and fun time with the Smashing Machine.
Yeah.
But this one was always drowning me out.
Yeah.
And I know with some people, like, if that's the director's, like, what he's trying to accomplish, then by all means, the director did a good job. But to me, that's not a movie for me, which is why I'm like, I want to give this a 6.
Would you recommend this to people?
Honestly, yeah, because I feel like it's going to do better streaming. I feel like it's going to do better if it were to be on a Netflix or an Amazon Prime Video or something like that.
But like, would you recommend someone, hey, you should go watch this movie? You know?
I feel like, yeah. I feel like, yeah, because I feel like this movie can be for some people. Because even though it isn't for me, I feel like it's going to be for some people. And I feel like it does have a good message of like what it means to like open up to somebody emotionally and also like dealing with the guilt you have. Because your guilt affects others. And you may not even know that. And I feel like that's a message that somebody could identify.